Wrestling Rampage here, back with another video.
That's right, and we are doing a discussion topic here, and it's going to be the top 5 worst wrestling angles ever. After this, you might want to go take a big frosted shit, because that probably has more credibility than these fucking angles that they've done in wrestling history. Your thoughts on these?
Oh no, let me hear them.
Okay, well here we go. Before we do get started on the shittiest of the shittiest angles, like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WrestleRampage2. Follow us on Twitter @WrestleRampage, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We got some more great videos coming up for you guys. You do not want to miss the content right here on Wrestling Rampage. And if we don't say an angle that was bad in your opinion, let us know in the comments down below. Let us know what your worst angle that you thought of when you thought of the 5 worst wrestling angles ever. Coming in at number 5 is the invasion angle.
2001?
Yes, in 2001.
Where Stephanie was the owner of ECW.
And Shane was the owner of WCW.
Did she have her breast implants at this time?
Yes, I believe so. Or she was about to get them. I don't know which one it was.
I'd rather give it to Paul. He was there at the time too. That's the weird part. And by the way, ECW was just as dead as nuts.
Yeah.
And then in WCW, you know, they were fucking dead in the water in 2000, before 2000. and then what did they get in WCW on there? All they got was a bunch of WCW Saturday Night and a bunch of Thunder guys.
I mean, really.
Who did they get?
Chuck Palumbo, Sean O'Hare,
Hugh Morris, Chavo Guerrero, Lance Storm. I'll give a pass to, but all the rest were a bunch of fucking jobbers.
Sean Stasiak.
Yeah. Steve Austin should be afraid. Sean Stasiak.
Which is really funny because back in '99 he was meeting the WWF, and then he goes to WCW and gets that bullshit money that he got, which he didn't really deserve in the first place. And then he comes back to the WWF. He still wasn't any fucking better. So.
No, he's a chiropractor now. And Billy Kidman, all these jobbers.
One of the biggest missed opportunities ever.
You ain't getting Hogan. You ain't getting Nash. You ain't getting Hall. You ain't getting Goldberg. You ain't getting Flair. You ain't getting none of them guys. They're going to get paid by Time Warner to sit at home and watch it on television and laugh at it. Mm-hmm. That's what they did. So let's move on.
Yeah, the invasion angle sucked ass.
And when WWF won the fucking Survivor Series, like, who cares? Who the fuck cares?
WCW certainly wasn't going to win.
Who the hell did they have on that team besides fucking Booker T and fucking Rob Van Dam, and then they had Steve Austin and Kurt Angle. Those were WWF guys.
It was kind of stupid, for real. And then, they should have waited till 2002 to do it.
Yeah, I would have done 2002.
When all the Time Warner contracts expired and they had to come there.
Yeah.
If they wanted to get paid. So I would have done that. Too soon, and all Vince did was bought a bunch of discounted fucking wrestlers from Thunder and Saturday Night.
Basically, he got them from Dollar General. All he do
$2 for Sean Stasiak. Come on, Sean, you're with us.
Fuck, all they did was went to the Dollar Tree or Dollar Store and bought a bunch of wrestlers.
Pretty much. So the invasion was just bad. Next on the list is, if you're a TNA fan, you'll remember this. And back in 2012, we were watching TNA because it was at least bearable to watch at that point. Everybody remembers the shitty angle of Claire Lynch.
Oh
yeah. Where
and then where
Dixie and AJ were always together, and And somebody, people were talking about they were having an affair with each other and everything. I wouldn't have had an affair with that alligator-eyed bitch either. Dixie doesn't look hot whatsoever.
And then here comes Surge, and we're not talking about the drink. Like anyone gave a fuck about Surge.
Dixie's husband.
Yeah, and fucking then.
Then it comes to find out that they're helping this cunt.
They're helping this cunt that looked like fucking a hobo down the street.
I
think that's where they got her, from Disney MGM Studios. Were they in Disney MGM Studios at the time? I don't fucking know.
They were in Orlando, Florida, that's all I know.
Well, I'm going to say Disney MGM. I don't fucking know. Or Universal Studios, somewhere like that. And they picked, hey! There's a hobo. Let's get him.
Her.
Let's get him or her. I don't give a fuck what she is. But, she could be a transvestite for all I care. But, let's get her. And,
she has a drug problem, and they're trying to help her.
Let's get this hobo here. We'll feed her these pizzas that we get.
Little Caesars.
Little Caesars pizzas that we get for the boys.
But it was just bad, and then later on she says she's pregnant, and that it's AJ Styles' kid. And
I was like, fuck.
And apparently who was behind it was Bad Influence, which is Kazarian and Daniels, and trying to tarnish squeaky clean AJ Styles' fucking image, which was stupid.
Yeah, and the fucking angle went off like a fart in church, and like no one cared.
Nobody gave a fuck about Claire Lynch.
Well, to be honest, no one gave a fuck about TNA either.
At that point,
I'm in it, so I didn't give a fuck about that angle.
Yeah, that angle sucked ass too.
To be honest, I was just like, man, when's TNA going under?
When's TNA going?
And they're still here, and I can't believe they're still in the business. I've been waiting for them to go under
for a while now.
Yeah. I dream about it.
Coming in at number 3. That was number 4. Coming in at number 3 is David Arquette becoming the WCW World Heavyweight Champion. When he pretty much spit on Harley Race's title. He spit on Ric Flair's title.
Man.
He spit on
Sting, on all the guys that won the WCW
Dusty
World
Rhodes.
Heavyweight title. Okay? And, and it was on Thunder. Alright? I remember this. It was on Thunder. I have the Thunder set, and I seen it on there. I was like, I'm skipping this one. I wanted to break the goddamn CD. That's how bad I was. But, then, actually, I got it for a laugh because I saw how big of an embarrassment it was. And like, it was like Jeff Jarrett and Bischoff, they attacked Arquette, like, before the fucking thing, and for the fucking shitty tag match they had for Thunder.
Which I don't see how
and like
how you're gonna have a belt on a tag match.
And like tacked him over the rail or some shit, and seen David Arquette take a shitty ass stroke. And I was like, I wish he would have had a stroke.
I mean, the whole premise was behind the Ready to Rumble movie.
Yeah, which was shit too.
Which was starred by David Arquette.
Which the DVD was the shits.
I thought it was okay.
No one gave a fuck about WCW that time.
Nobody really did. No. It was the shits.
And then they're like, here comes Bischoff with his goddamn fucking jock shit and whatever the fuck he was wearing, fucking Adidas or Adidas tie or something. I don't fucking know. And then he goes, oh, no more David Arquette. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if he's there or not, to be honest with you. And then here he comes with a shitty ass spear football tackle. I don't know what the hell that was. And then fucking, I was like, and I saw Jeff Jarrett pinning DDP. I said, go over there, Mickey J. And now he goes over to Arquette and wins the world. He couldn't even lift the world title. What's that say for you? And then I think the only reason and like I said, is for publicity, but it's the wrong publicity. And especially, I think the only reason she won the world title because everyone wanted to fuck Courtney Cox in the WCW roster. I think they wanted to gangbang her. I don't fucking know. And
well, I don't blame them.
I'm just saying, or there was a lot of wife swapping in WCW. That's what I heard.
That's what I heard too.
I'm just saying. And it was stupid.
Well, I wouldn't have mind gotten DDP's wife, Kimberly.
It was the fucking stupidest thing I ever seen in my life. David Arquette winning the world title, fuck, you might as well have fucking Steve Mongo McMichael fucking lay the fucking World Heavyweight title down in the announcer's booth and pull down his number 76 tights and take a big shit on the title because that had more credibility than David Arquette's run.
Totally agreed. One of the worst.
It's fucking stupid.
He was the worst WCW champion of all time next to Russo. So
yeah. The only good thing about it was he got rid of all of his money.
Yeah.
And gave it to Owen Hart and Brian Pillman. But still, that ain't gonna make me like you.
That was number 3. Number 2 of the worst wrestling angles ever is Mae Young giving birth to a hand.
Oh man!
As you guys know, in late '99, going into 2000, there was an angle where Mark Henry was the sexual chocolate, and he
didn't they use the Hershey's bar?
Yeah, yeah, they did.
The Hershey's logo.
Yes, they did.
So instead of Hershey's on the bottom, on the top there it said Mark Henry, and then on the bottom it said sexual chocolate. And you had to pay Hershey for that, didn't you?
I don't know.
Hershey needs royalties.
He was supposed to be a what do they call it?
Sex addict. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, well, at the point he was a sex addict, I guess. But what am I trying to say? A ladies' man, I guess.
Ladies' man for senior citizens? I don't fucking know.
Well, no. At first he was trying to do China, and then he done that one transvestite.
Yeah.
And you know.
Then he went to the senior citizens home.
And then he winds up with Mae, and this is what I like about Mae. She'll do anything for wrestling.
Oh yeah.
The Dudley Boys threw her from a fucking stage, powerbombed her ass to a stage on a
Jamal
table.
Splasher and did the ass move on her. And,
exactly. Fucking what else has Mae done? Get hit by a guitar by Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
She's a tough old broad now, and she deserved her Hall of Fame ring. Let's just say that. But this is one of the bad things.
This is one of the bad things Mae has ever done in her career.
And
I would understand the guitar shot and everything else she did, but this one was the stupidest thing she ever did in her life. I'll talk about in wrestling for her. And fucking, you know,
they get together, and she says that
he
she's
impregnated
pregnant.
her, and then you see all the boys throwing mucus or something. I don't fucking know. And then she goes in labor, and fucking here comes the hand out of her dusty cooch. And,
with the jelly and everything
all
over.
I don't know if it was.
And there's Briscoe thrown up.
I don't know if it's KY jelly. I don't fucking know what it was. And then fucking, I would like to see who thought of that at the booth. Like you know, there's good fucking ideas and there's bad ideas. All right, the bad idea, Mae doing the hand, that's like fucking, you know.
Who thought of this shit?
Like, who thought of it? And it's like everyone at the fucking production meeting were giving ideas. What can we do with Mae? You know, and some guy raises his hand and go, "Hey, how about give birth to the hand?" And fucking Vince is like, "Yes, birth to a fucking hand. I like that idea." You know the Bruise Brothers where they were in the church, and you see the fucking sunlight go down on fucking Elwood, and fucking like. It's like we're getting band back together and you see the fucking sunlight. We're giving birth to a fucking hand. That's genius. You know, it's fucking great. Let's go with that idea.
Just horrible. And I like how WWE followed it up at that one Raw where Mae was there and she had her son the hand there.
Yeah, and it got bigger.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Mae's son. But I like how they kept that going. But it was stupid.
It was.
It had no value to it whatsoever. Number 1 worst wrestling angle of all time, the Katie Vick incident.
Oh yes.
Back in 2002.
Here goes Triple H with his big ass nose, and he goes, "I know what you did, Kane."
This was back in 2002. Kane had a feud with Triple H going on at the time.
Yeah, and fucking Triple H, you know, he comes out and says, "I know what you did, Kane," and everything else. You're a sick man and everything else. And you see Triple H with his TDK tape.
Yeah, I remember that.
With his TDK tape. Give a shout out to TDK there. With the TDK tape and fucking... And then they're like, "We're going to show this tape." And they show the fucking tape. Here comes Triple H with a fucking Kane mask. You can still see his big ass honker, so you know it's Triple H. And then you see the fucking corpse, and you're like, "What the fuck is this bullshit?"
Was it softcore porn or something?
You know when you see fucking Triple H fucking this dummy ass corpse. He says, "I fucked your brains out," and everything else. I was like,
smush some brains out.
Yeah, I was like, "What's that, raw hamburger? What the fuck is that?" And you know, how the fuck can you explain that to your kid? You know, an 8-10-year-old kid that's watching Raw with you.
Like, who thought of that?
Who thought of that? And it didn't sell no tickets. It didn't do anything.
It didn't put no butts in no seats. It didn't sell no fucking tickets. It had no real backstory to it whatsoever, except for Kane's supposedly a murderer, I guess. But fucking everybody knows Kane's a fucking lunatic, I guess. I mean, right now he's wrestling in slacks. Who gives a fuck about him wrestling in slacks?
And you know, he gives this fucking thing, and it's like in that era, it's like WWE's like, let's see how stupid we can be. You know, let's see how dumb we can be.
There was one good thing about the Katie Vick incident, but it didn't come true though.
They should have used Sick Boy.
Sick Boy finally got his WWE developmental contract that he was going to come into the WWE, and everybody knows who Sick Boy was. He was in WCW with the Ravens flock, and he was going to get his shot in the WWE, and he was supposed to be Katie Vick's brother, Scott Vick.
Yeah, and he was supposed to feud with Kane.
Yeah, feud with Kane and all that stuff. But the sad part is, this story wouldn't have went on for very long, so the whole Scott Vick incident wouldn't have been, anything, really. For him to be Scott Vick for this Katie Vick bullshit, it wouldn't have made no sense in the first place anyway.
It was fucking stupid. It was the most stupidest thing I ever seen.
So, if this doesn't give you a rumble in your stomach by now, we don't know what will. That was the top 5 worst wrestling angles ever. If you disagree with us or whatever, let us know in the comments what was the worst wrestling angle ever to you. And like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WrestlingRampage2. Follow us on Twitter @WrestleRampage. And hit that subscribe button because we've got some more great video content coming up for you on Wrestling Rampage.